one direction only, but for the majority of that first half and for the start of the second, it seemed it was Gambit's overpass as well. Let's see if Cloud9's homework. We saw Henry take to Twitter letting us know that there's been a lot of extra legwork on this map. See if they're refined enough to keep Gambit honest, who have had some ridiculous success on this map. It's an A hit. Smokes are landing. Molly sandbags. They're using all of their util early. And they've got a nade to try and deny this default plan, but it's not going to be enough. It'll just chip him down to 50. A second smoke blossoms. Alex with a chance and a good shot. Hard second to find. It's Shiro making the Glock close quarters work despite the low HP. Only 3 members of Cloud9 for this retake. They go on the flash. There's a smoke for it. They need frags. They need frags now. Zeppa's found one. Faking it to try and draw them out of short. They will whip out the knife into the smoke. Shiro lives on, only for a second. Last is short. It's Naf, and he's so low. He could deny. He just has to knock him off the bomb. And we have a defuse. Cloud9 retake 3v4.
Now, I want to do this one some justice. I know the desk were talking about it as well, but we need to really push this point home. Vertigo, for Gambit in 2021, they played the map 10 times. They've lost it once. The only loss was a 16-14 loss to Virtus Pro. That's another team who has just come out of the gate to the CIS region absolutely blistering. Tail end of 2020, early 2021, they've been looking hot to trot. Some of the names on this list, Mouse Sports, G2, we've got, you know, some other big names in there, Alex, ones that you might know, like Sprout and Sinners.
Yeah,
but regardless of the level of competition, they still have this massive streak on it, right? They beat Copenhagen Flames against it in Stoke Sweet Snow.
But sir, they've got a motivated coach who likes to watch demos. Surely that means they know exactly what Gambit's Vertigo looks like.
Yeah, and I think that holes will be found in the Gambit playbook. But the thing is, for Cloud9, we're just comparing stats, right? This is a timeout taken from Gambit very early here into this force buy. But for Cloud9, they've only played this map a handful of times, right? 5 times in 2021. They've won it twice. They've lost it 3 times. It's not against the same level of opponent in all of these, but there have been some close ones, like a 16-13 loss to Heroic. So it's not going to be easy for Cloud9 by any means. If they do this in a 2-0 fashion, it'll be impressive for them.
I even saw Esatag saying your pistol rounds are overrated. Well, I'm sure he's not going to be saying the same about the one they've just managed to acquire. A huge conversion. Cloud9 given an advantage of the finances early into our second map. Ploppy, oh dear, caught with his nade in his hands. And pulling out his knife, excuse me. It does mean that Zeppa's going to have a lot to do very early. Double chance. It's 1.5. They're into the site. Inter's low. Bomb's not there yet. Coming up the stairs now. Mezzi playing for the retake. He'll delay. He's not going to try and take those duels on his own, but Hobbit is in a prime denial of that connector. Bomb's in now. Esatag's trying to set up the bait. And yeah, as you discussed, there is 2 smokes for the retake. Alex very late towards the stairs. And oh, Esatag's been found. They line up for Nafany. Catastrophe strikes for Cloud9. They're into the B site.
Alex will save this one. Just hold on to that AUG. So interesting start there from Gambit, taking fights on multiple fronts, winning out over towards B, and that's where they decided to take the bomb. So it looks simple. Definitely not the case here, and difficult to keep up with as fights are going on all over the map.
You had 2 opportunities where that round doesn't end that way.
I'm curious how the Shiro biff happened. He was down in Fork Room, so I think he maybe just got spammed through the smoke early. But Gambit were happy to make a lot of noise. Hobbit, is he going to drop down? Give us a bit of Spider-Man action here. Doesn't look like he's going to find... Oh, he does. Alex goes down. Oh, that one is going to sting. Carrying an AUG through could have been a massive difference maker into round 3. Now they'll just be down to 1,400 across the board. Esatag and Zeppa have a little bit extra due to the kills. Hobbit's
decision to not make any noise until that bomb exploded as well meant Alex had no info. Couldn't hear the steps above him, couldn't adjust for the hunt.
Zeppa's brought in here with a UMP. There's going to be some CZs around that Deagle for Esatag, so it's an all-in. Cloud9 want to fight for control of the economy here.
Yeah, but Zeppa is dicing with death here. He's got 3 opponents on the other side of mid.
Going to flash. It's too deep.
And it's not there in time. We do already see Hobbit take down the SMG, the best weapon for this next round of play.
They were hoping for a pretty deep fight there with Cloud9. They didn't get what they were looking for, and then straight on towards B they go. Zeppa's not home, so it's going to be almost a free bomb site. They park themselves in mid. Rotations will be covered off, but Alex has something to say. Grabs a big one onto Hobbit, and now Inters has to deal with 3. They're pushing him. Inters on the spam with the Galil. It is too good.
Yeah, but Esatag's kept it competitive, and it will put a Galil in his palms. The bomb's already down B. A little bit more damage would be lovely. Doesn't seem like it's going to be shaping up that way. So AKs and Galils to be saved. Shiro to deny. He's already started his hunt. All right, then. What are they opting for? If they go back toward ladder room, that is the safe haven. Shiro will be testing them, though.
Yeah, if they just tuck on in it, it's too scary to go down that ladder.
I think Shiro's good for one here.
Oh, knife out.
It's good for one here. Oh, he doesn't even check it. Safe and sound.
How well do they know their bomb radiuses here? That'll be the question, because Vertigo is still one. Teams are slowly getting their head around playing.
I think Ezetag's safe here.
I think Shiro's going to clear this.
He's having a look. Oh, no. Ezetag will save the AK, but it's not going to be the double rifle save they dreamed of, and they force it into that, Chad, so that spells trouble. That spells 3.
Yeah, look, Ezetag can drop the deagle across. Alex currently has that one, and they want to try and get as much out of this as they can. It's just difficult to see what they can do against the buy of Gambit here. You don't want to be spending a penny here if you're Cloud9. You need to buy next round. We know just how reliant a map like Vertigo is on the CT side for utility, either those stop nades early or the retake utility needed late. Ezetag is going to get a cheeky boost to cover off mid here, so they're looking for different avenues to activate this AK-47. This is heavily reliant on B lobby being maintained, but it's over towards A this time from Gambit, so they're going to flip the script here.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. Unfortunately for them, though, they are about to be fully executed on. They might even hit them with that cheeky bit of Gambit contact. Double nades. Confirms no funny business behind the sandbags. And yeah, well, Mezzy and Zephyr on notice here. A USP, double USP hold. And look at the nades. They're not doing anything particularly execute heavy. It's just going to be walking on contact and smoke those choke points. The AK's here now.
Oh, they may as well just contain them for exits doing financial damage here. You're not going to win around like this.
Certainly not.
Oh, and Ezetag's already melted down to half with Alex. Gambit are looking really good to deal with this. Might even keep it clean. Woo. Yeah, that was way too easy, wasn't it? That deep smoke towards elevator, one to keep in the back of your mind. Most teams we see throw the 2 smokes across the front of sight. If you get that elevator smoking and you molly towards that heaven, that deck position, you have so much more room and you're not worried about the pushes through the smoke. That's something that I'm surprised we don't see a lot more teams doing.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you know you have the weapon advantage. Like, any of those duels as you swing from Crane are going to be favorable to the T side. So why not, you know, not give those awkward smokes close for some pistol action? Standard smoke out Hobbit, that will give them control of Scaff early. Alex looking for early info towards the ramp as well. He's got a flash and a swing.
Oh, okay, he's pushing this one, Alex, through the smoke. Always dicing with death on this one. Shiro, he knows something's up.
He certainly knows it's a possibility. This is going to be a very telling round, and they're already up B. Already! Floppy under so much scrutiny. So much scrutiny. He's flashed. They know where he is. Zephyr can't support him. They got mollies. They have got bullets, though. Cloud9 put 2 down range. Lethality found. 2 bodies dropped. Gambit clawing their way back in with an Anthony spray, but it's Floppy finding the head just as the smoke blooms. Shiro doomed. Bomb to be picked up. Could be over in the blink of an eye, but Hobbit wants to say something. Hobbit finds 2. Nearly a third as well. Floppy, the B defender, tested and finds his first 3 frags of our second map.
Yeah, important there that they all threw their bodies on the line, right? You could see a world where the bomb gets picked up, maybe a trade comes out for Gambit, and then they can play out the clutch situation. But it was so many flashes here to facilitate this B take, but they were never able to push Floppy into a fight. He just stayed stoic, waited until the right time. Zephyr actually took that first contact.
Great,
Floppy
double up as well.
down. Yeah, well, they will need Famises, 3 of them for Cloud9. The money, not great. The buy is better for Gambit here going into round number 6.
That's for sure. Same maneuver. Hoping to catch a stray shot through the smoke. Norp down ramp. They have that info at least. About 10 seconds left on this one. The spray not far off. They are...
Oh, so brave, Alex.
Trying to find him. The fact he's throwing tracer fire into that smoke is brave. And he wants to re-smoke ramp. Isolate anyone ahead of it. The flashes and incendiary are a nice pair. They don't quite set up for success, but mission accomplished for now.
And they're hanging around here, which is so dangerous.
Oh, you're so
through the
dangerous!
smoke like that. Don't do that.
That did feel a little suicidal. Come and get me, boys. In case you wanted me, this is exactly where I am.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Early disadvantage for Cloud9 to stomach.
So many places the T's can be sitting and shooting through, right? So it's just such a risky move. If Cloud9 could deal with this number disadvantage, I'll be impressed. Mid being taken now. A has actually rotated over an extra man for Cloud9, so currently the defense is leaning for an A execute. They're going to get a rude shock that nobody's home. They're already working through middle. They're working through B lobby now.
Perfect, dude. I mean, this is. Can we call the save now?
I think we have to because Shiro's still dealing with this A push. He has all the info if they come all that way down. Walking up through mid, Floppy, you're caught off guard.
Yeah. Floppy, maybe. This is the element of surprise. 1.5. It's just not enough. Had it been both, perhaps the conversation feels a bit different, but this one now is on to Zeppa. He's not laying a check for Hobbit. There's the frag to seal the deal. Gambit return to controlling this T side.
Yeah, immediately bounce back. So that's just one for Cloud9 in their economy. It hasn't even had a chance to build just yet. So if Mezzy can grab an AK or a kill, maybe even find Shiro with... Where does AWP go? Is he doing that classic thing where he leaves it on the ground?
Good question. I'll go back and find it, I'm sure. Go on, Mezzy. Patience.
He's hearing a lot.
Catches him first. Knows Shiro's messing around with the ladder.
What a tough spot. Bomb goes off. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Okay, 4-2. Cloud9 money broken.
Recovered. 2.2 on the low end. Yeah, really are staring into economic despair.
This one here, Vertigo, when I say this one here, is another map alongside of Dust 2, where I think it's so difficult to decide what side you want to start on, right? Like, it feels like in a lot of these maps, Train, Nuke, you always want to be starting CT side. Well, Cloud9 got the choice on Vertigo with it being Gambit's pick, and they decided to the CT side. We know that the T side, in terms of how much space you can take, how good your executes are, and, you know, just the economy advantages that it has, can be quite difficult to slow down and stop. And Cloud9, as they have an eco here, are feeling exactly that.
Yeah, and I will also say it probably bleeds into the fact that you just had such a great CT half on overpass. You know, you're in the defensive mindset, the calls were there.
I wonder if they would pick at the start, right? So they decided that as soon as the veto was done, which is, I guess, a harder way to kind of, you know, dip your toe in the water and see how things are going.
Go on. Try and keep it from being a perfect round.
Alex has found the bomb.
Oh.
He has and he hasn't.
Yeah.
Shiro so aware. Alex goes down straight off the ladder and 5-2. Yesterday, Gambit won on Inferno, then they lost on Overpass, and then against MIBR on the third map, they close on out. This time, they have to convert the second map. Cloud9 taking their first time out here, and they will get rifles back out. Still no ult for Esatag unless he wants to glass cannon.
So the gap I personally would like to discuss is the fact that their B stairs has been exploited. The one time we've seen Floppy successfully defend it, it was him and Zeppa. Obviously, we saw them walk onto B. But the A ramp, so far, it seems like Cloud9 have done enough to gain some respect from Gambit's ramp tests early. You know, the deep smoke, they can push up Alex tucked in scaff. So far, so good in early ramp aggressions. I just can't help but feel Gambit can thread the needle on Floppy's B hold, and the Fakey boys could come out once again. Mid, yet to see too much in the Gambit playbook through there. They did their mid-B pincer. Of course, we saw a failed retake out Cloud9 in that instance.
I think it's a bit difficult right now for Cloud9 to go for any gambles early because they're still just dealing with Gambit, who are happy to wait out that A-ramp smoke. So if you're going to throw that Cloud9, you need to make sure... There you go, there's a molly to slow down a little bit of mid-control, and they will get Esatag on the glass cannon. So they did purchase into it. This is the mix-up. Searching for a pick over the top of that smoke is always deadly.
Yeah, their setup seems strong. Alex isn't going to be tested by that Molotov. Nafany's wild spray this time, not going to be finding any victims. And as the smoke fades, Esatag with a slow creep peek. Shiro's posted up though, so...
Yeah, Esatag is just babysitting Alex right now, who's tucked in on scaff. So he'll take a shot, and then Alex gets a chance to pick up that kill if Esatag misses. The issue is one flash and an explosion here at Sandbag.
Oh, smoke, yeah. Alex has to peek over the top of it. Nafany's so prepared, and now they've done their diligence constantly on Sandbags. He can't really afford to take that risk.
Ooh, barrel spotted.
Esatag gets away. Molotov won't force him out of position. 50 seconds, Gambit gather their resources and pull them in the right place.
It's the scariest spot to be as a CT playing retake when you're limited util.
Nice shot, but quickly separated from the pack. Inters shuts him down. Oh, off the flash, Zeppa makes a bit of a mess. He gets two with the FAMAS, desperately trying to survive as he's chased down 2-on-2. Both the T's on site. Shiro default plant can't be contested. A flash is all they've got. Zeppa peeking out, desperately trying to find a way back in. And it is Floppy to provide. It's only now Nafany on short, and that should be a first free. Now Floppy one-on-one. looking for impact. Baits the shots, but Nafany too damn easy. 3 frags from the in-game leader. 10 in total. Gambit post their 6th.
Nice stuff there. They didn't even execute. They just peered on out, right? Those nades towards the boost box and exploding their Gambit with a bit of a different showing. And you can catch the CTs off guard. So they threw those nades. Esatag gets one. A great trade there from Inters. And then now that they're established, even Zeppa trying to unravel that, just taking a couple of clean fights. Nafany continuing to impress here. And now back down to the pistols here for Cloud9. So the woes that they had on that first half of Overpass, financially speaking, being felt here on the CT side. That's a good nade. Look at that. Right between 2 of them. Alex and Esatag taking a chunk of damage.
Yeah, this round could end very quickly. Alex. Oh, element of surprise, but it's not rewarded. He had a chance. A small slither gap where he could have leaped on into a double. An impactful double. But instead, Cloud9 and their armored pistols returning to mid to take some space back. Dicing with death there, Floppy.
Yeah, lots of posturing going on. I think when you mentioned the CT setups of Gambit on Overpass and we're talking how good they were, the same kind of things felt with their default here on the T side, right? Like there's always a link player, very good understanding of where they want to be. Hobbit even has the backline completely covered here. He's going to hear that drop down from the ladder on high alert. Hobbit will get a freebie. Make it 2 and might even find the 3rd one here coming through connector.
Yeah, perfect flank hold.
And he moved position as well, right? So he's not going to get isolated. Floppy, he's heard this. Oh, almost good for a second. Shiro down to 24, cleans it up, 7-2. Now, I was talking about the scoreline, I suppose, for Gambit on this map, right? And how this year they played it 10 times, they've won it 9. If you have a look at their rounds won, the distribution's pretty even. 52% of their rounds, almost 53 comes through the CT side, and well, obviously 47 coming through on that T side right there. So the fact that they already have 7 rounds here in the early stages, they're sitting pretty to close this one out and take us to Dust 2, which will be the 3rd map.
Okay.
But Cloud9 need to change that, and this is the first time we've seen them fully equipped, and Esatag is so good with those creepy peaks.
Yeah, his pre-aim, perfect.
Well, there's an opening. They have to convert this one.
You really couldn't ask for anything more from your AWP. He's taken matters into his own hands. He's taken an aggressive line and caught your mid holder. A man advantage for Cloud9. And a big opportunity to take a step, a leap, and a bound towards closing this gap. Alex caught out on short.
Not ready for that one.
Not at all. Mezzi's been having his fair share of woes on short in the past. Nade on his nose. Operating at half health, there's more to come. Completely pinned in, he stands to deliver. The smoke is decent, but the flashes are better.
Oh!
Hobbit's not dead! Mezzi neither! More nades on his face, wallbangs are plenty, he still lives on. Okay, gosh, Mezzi just happy to be alive at this point.
How does he even get away? Bullets could come through that border any second.
Yeah, Axar's taking mid-space after Esatag's funny business. Flash high. No one's ready. Mezzi actually makes that low HP work for a frag. Floppy steps out for Axar's mid. Now we have an advantage for Cloud9.
Okay, well, Hobbit and Shiro.
A big one. A big advantage. Considering Hobbit's HP, he's been given the AWP and he's been asked to find a way in. Elevated. Not easy. Esatag misses his shot, but does not go down. Does not surrender. It's short next. No. Shiro, what a shot. No, trying to clutch up a 1v3. He's done it many times in the past. Zeppa has to play this one smart, and he has. Tucks in passive on the sandbag. Shiro has time to play his games, and he hits the first shot. He has to. Surely not another clutch for Shiro.
Good molly.
He's actually going to hunt. He hasn't got time. Floppy just has to survive. 4 seconds. Shiro's on the hunt, looking for him.
The save on it.
He goes for the save instead. Cloud9 given a gift. Shiro keeps hold of his AK-47.
So strange decision-making there out of Shiro. With 8,000 left in the bank balance, it's not like he needed to save that AK by any means. He didn't even give it a crack. There would have been a slight window of time if he peered around that corner.
It must have been that incendiary. That was just enough for him to try and cancel the plant. Goes a little too wide, won't be able to get the replant off. Mezzi does very well to time his push. As Nafany's faffing around with his nade, this is what I'm talking about. He hears the incendiary, swings wide, it's like 7, realizes he has just got to commit to the hunt. No one was home. Now, Cloud9 looking to string together some defensive rounds. They do not have the weapons for this job. Alex, living dangerously. Smokes off the bridge.
That was stylish.
Yeah, very cool.
They want control of the room, but they're not allowing it. Nafny, again, absolute pain in the arse here. So close. Alex cannot be the nuisance. He wants to be down towards that A ramp.
Yeah, and they've been so persistent with their sandbags util, and it's coming in again. Alex does not have a smoke. What's your plan, bro? His teammate will smoke it out for him. So S-Attack has saved Alex, and that will buy a lot of time on the potential for A. But as I say that, it seems that B is just being investigated. Captain Axile. Oh, no! Beheads the B defender and immediately smashes his fist into the W key. Zeppa was responsible for middle. Hobbit slipped the net as he looks towards B. Shiro opens up the account, and already this one feels dead in the water for Cloud9.
Don't want to save these MP9s either, so S-Attack and Alex are going to have to try and find an upgrade or two. Horrible guns to want to carry through to the next round. I suppose it's better than nothing, but that was obliteration onto Floppy there. You could see we got the jiggle before anybody appeared and the jiggle after, and he's just jiggled dead. It wasn't a tight jiggle by any means, but I don't think he's expecting to get flatlined just like that. 8 now for Gambit. They've won the half.
He's probably jiggled that 15, 16 times already.
Yeah.
And then it's on the 17th. Nothing, nothing. Dead. Up. Yeah, round over.
And that's the thing, right? This is where the game has changed in such a sense that it was played much more broad strokes. A lot quicker back in the day. You didn't have to be jiggling every corner. I remember early terminology that I heard from Jordan, Nothing Gilbert, was lazy clears, right? In terms of when you're going and you're clearing corners, you're not always ready for the fight. You're just going through the motions. These days, not too many players ever feel like they're going through the motions. Not at the top level of Counter-Strike, right? And when you're having to concentrate for 1 minute and 55 seconds straight, if you're a B anchor, you just sit there looking at your crosshair, jiggle peeking with a nade in your hand. All it takes is this. Axial pivots, shoots, delivers. That's all you can ask for right there. And another round for Gambit. So Cloud9, I'm not sure how they can respond with this. If we start setting the boundaries here, or maybe we set a line that they can cross to give them an opportunity. With the scoreline set already for 8 for Gambit, if Cloud9 can walk away with 5 on the half, they might be in with a shot in this one. But early stages, again, is looking great. CIS squad rattled after map 1, I'm sure. 15-1 spree from Cloud9 to close out Overpass. That's pretty wild. Have to take a save. Alex just talking to the troops there, letting them know.
Well, 2 saved MP9s and buying down to 2K around it. Gambit set for a 9th. It's their map, and they're proving us, or showing us exactly why.
Well, they're doing something different here, Cloud9. They're not going to harass a ramp early, so they're just throwing the smoke to feign this. Not going to push too much attention behind it. They've gone for a B heavy lean at the start, so they didn't get offered anything early. And this is the problem with Gambit. How are you meant to force the issue on the CT side of a map like Vertigo when they just wait for your A ramp smoke? They don't even want to fight you. Towards B, they'll happily wait as well. And now having to rotate silently is Cloud9. So really difficult to find an avenue in.
Looks like they want to make it feel like an A. Flash up, take crane. Molly sandbags, floppy smokes. And that's the presence they were looking to exert. Perhaps even some more. Oh, the wallbang brutality.
Floppy has to go down here.
Extra damage, yeah, Floppy at 4. What are you up to? Alex trying to keep it dynamic. Swings out to try and change the odds, swing them in their favor, and it's enough of a distraction to enable Floppy's first.
Trying to force them into B here.
Yeah, Shiro's trying to bait Naf and his low HP in. They are going towards B. Mezzi had a great standout performance on Overpass, but a Deagle just not the weapon for this job. Okay, a high flash and a go. Here we are. Mezzi smoked off. C9 flooding in straight to the AKs. Mezzi stands and delivers just the one. Floppy, we talked about him, so low. And they're so ready. That's Gambit's 9th. 3 hearts still beating in that one, starting to close in on 10K after their buy. Quite the contrary for Cloud9. Alex gets his thinking cap on. Don't forget, we saw the same thing on Overpass. It looks disastrous. Close it out with a couple of your own. Admittedly, that was on the T side. CT side, you really do need to see a bit more resistance. Otherwise, that playbook you may have been working on and nurturing for Vertigo just won't get a chance to get running. You want to have the bit of a round and room to play with. So this T-Smoke, can I speak as as bluntly as saying it completely denies the CT smoke. Like, you throw that, you just throw it every round, and then Scaff is an uncertainty when previously it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it's like both of you are just happy to give up the territory early. Like, they're just harassing, right? So
oh, look at this one again. You know how Floppy and Axile have been having this kind of standoff of patience?
Much better for Axile, this kind of a peak.
Oh, but yeah, Axile's been getting Floppy's, or had Floppy's number for a lot of these B exchanges late. It's been a question of patience, and Axile's just made of it, built out of various bricks of patience. And all it would take was his Floppy start, like as soon as there's contact mid, he can fall into that trap. Oh, finds one.
Has to get away though.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Nafany might try and swing. Oh, down. Huge from Floppy. Bomb down. Cloud9 need this round. The spray is there. It's not quite enough to finish the job. But with Hobbit shaken down to 6, Shiro forced to recover, and actually he's dropped his AWP. Doesn't want to be letting that fall into the poor CT hands. Hobbit trying to flash Floppy. Oh, this could be a nice little setup for a bomb retrieval. But yeah, it's an incendiary down there. Now he wants the bomb. 28 seconds. Do they have to commit B?
Yeah, now they do.
Floppy's going to surely have a chance here. Swings out, good timing. Mom loose and confirms the round is Cloud9's. It's all Floppy, baby. It's not a sentence I've said in a while.
I'm trying to see where Hobbit's ending here. Did Shiro leave his AWP in the open for Hobbit to pick it up and save just in case it didn't work? Doesn't look like it.
I think he left it in T-spawn, just really didn't want it to fall into enemy hands.
Money's still really good over there for Gambit, so not too many worries as it is. If they get double digits, 10 rounds, they're going to be happy with that on the T side, and they are looking good to do so. They take one back off of Cloud9 again. They obliterate everybody, and while it's going to be down to Squalor once more, Floppy did great. One and the second, and the bomb drop, right? That's absolutely everything. That forces the round for Gambit. They have to go retrieve that. They have to spend a good chunk of time dealing with the B bomb site, and from there it is going to be the 4th. So is there going to be a mix-up? Because this has just been the same play from Gambit, what it feels like time and time again. If they get pushed back with that early smoke, they'll wait it out. Oh, there it is again. 2 rounds in a row. Floppy onto Axial. He's starting to turn that duel on its head. He's taking some space, and Alex is still close. His steps are going to be hurt. Alex is going to get owned here any second.
It just feels like he's already dead.
Destined for death.
Like his info is so false.
Look where Nafany is.
Up short.
Nafany's on A.
They are up short. Alex doesn't have that info. It was smoked. Oh, but the bomb's been spotted, and now Shiro's missed an AWP shot. Intervention of God. Esatag catches Nafany's walk up. This is getting nuts. Everything pointed towards Cloud9 getting caught out, but now they have a man advantage. The bomb, they had the info as well. They saw it dropped as Hobbit fell. Don't you dare, Mezzy. You keep your head down. Keep it tucked. Shiro smoke. Bomb on his back. He's hunting, hoping for a Cloud9 overextension. And to force their hand is Inters.
How long can Cloud9 wait here?
I mean,
now.
They get nervous about B soon, right?
Yeah, they should be. If they just cut noise and just continue to wait for a pick here, Gambit is sitting pretty. Now there's more utility. They're in the right place. The mollies come out now. They still need to deal with short. Shiro's trying to set Inters up. Can smoke elevator room and get the bomb down at least.
Stop molly's a bit too deep, yeah. And Zeppa steps out for an Inter spray. Mezzy, no! Loses his head! Floppy has to clutch up again. Can he really win 3 rounds single-handedly? Molly, he smokes it, tries to deny. Shiro, oh, weapons are out. The one-on-one is playing out. Shiro to clutch. Floppy can't find the bullets. 5 HP, just the USP. Oh, he's so doomed. Shiro dancing around the boxes, and Gambit will seal the deal for 10.
Talk about panic spray right there. I think that's the definition.
Oh, wow. They turn it around. Cut noise, 2v3. At a man advantage, Cloud9 had everything pointing towards a 5th. And it's taken away from them.
Huge stuff, isn't it? This is Shiro getting Esatag before he can get away. And yeah, that shot onto Mezzy, right? You could see ready and raring to go on top of those iron girders.
The dude had been, he'd been holding crouch the whole time. The one time, it just a little release of that crouch key. And Shiro bops his head clean off.
Well, look how spotty those rounds are for Cloud9. It does look a lot like how Overpass played out. There was only the tail end of that first half is where they strung rounds together, and Cloud9 was set up to do the same here. Unfortunately for them, now going into round number 15, They don't have too many rifles. AWP, 2 M4s, 2 FAMASs. Utility is there. Esther is glass cannon. But you can see Floppy's thinking, right? The time is so low. He's put a molly down. I can extinguish. I can push.
But as soon as like that, he knows that the weapons are back out for Shiro. That advantage is just disintegrates.
Over, yeah.
It just lost.
He was what, 0.5 seconds off having that kill. So a nice close one there for Floppy, but not enough.
Oh. Ooh, Esthertag's brought some aggression this time. Let's not forget he did best Inter's one of the first exchanges. Let's see if that gap from Alex's hold is going to be exploited once again.
Has to be careful jumping up here. Nafany versus Alex at this ramp has been a bit of a story. Alex with 3, Nafany with 11. So Zeppa has the orb. Esthertag rushed mid with a rifle then? I must have missed that one.
I think he just recovered it. Like he came with him, grabbed the orb as he died and
got away.
Gone away.
Hobbit with 18, another good game from him.
Sounding like a bit of a broken record, aren't we, when we cast these Gambit games?
Yeah, he's been consistent.
Standing out.
Oh, this is very quiet stuff here. Gambit waiting for any mistakes from Cloud9 as they have to scramble for something, but they're just standing and waiting for an A execute right now. 2 players towards A, 2 towards middle. They're giving up B.
Floppy's doing 2 jobs, bro.
Yeah, he has the AWP of Zeppa there to bait on into. That's the perfect bait and switch right there. Zeppa and Floppy combined for 2, but it's still a hard task.
Yeah, they'd have to hit this one on the cross, and it's a missed shot, not from Floppy. 2 remain. Surely Gambit haven't got another clutch in them. Lots of util, full health, and taking space, big amounts of space as Shiro trying to enable Axile's plan, but it's Zeppa with more impact from the side. Takes the line. Shiro has to try and take a hero play straight through the smoke. Zeppa's having none of it. Okay, slightly more competitive. They pick themselves up another. Cloud9 5 and Gambit hungering to take us to 3. Let your life fly away.
Your nirvana. I feel the way I've never felt before.
Hey Future Pros, or should I say Vertiglobals. We're on the new Vertigo today to bring you all hopefully a useful molly. This molly should move a CT out from quad. Is that what we're calling a quad? Well, it's quad to me at least. To throw this molly, make sure you have mid control first. Then you can line up with the box and aim your crosshair to the middle of where the girders connect. Simply throw the molly and the back of quad will be engulfed in flames. This should force the CTs out of this spot and into the open. If the CT then peeks out onto the rafters, there are many dweeb spots from below that you can peek them from and kill them very easily. Good luck!
Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Yeah. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Yeah. I left my demons in my past. I still want something that can last. You make me feel like I'm okay. We both know that you feel the same. Ooh. Baby, I got nothing else to prove. You're talking about your best out of move. Remember that you always get to choose. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You're acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Yeah. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You're acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you basic, got my intention. Got no place I'd rather be, feel like another dimension. I don't wanna talk, baby, you should let it go.
Let's get Vertigo going with your second half of your second map of the first series today, ESL Pro League. 13 seasons of competitive Counter-Strike through the airwaves to your eyeballs. I hope you're comfortable. I hope you've got snacks. I hope you're hydrated. I'm certainly not. 500 milliliters so far today. It's not good enough. 2.5 is the goal.
Still early days. Lots of Counter-Strike to be played, lots of water to be drunk.
Yeah, man. Chad Sponge Birchall, of course, the handsome Australian. We have one expert leaning a little bit towards Cloud9 after their map win on Overpass. Let's see if this T-side can start off with a bang. It's Mezzy drawing blood. Hobbit gone. Early ramp control given over to Cloud9's T-side. This is Gambit's pick.
Oof. Found the opening, get on out of dodge. Not very Cloud9-esque by any means.
It's a bit Russian over here, isn't it?
Yeah, this is curious. They're regathering the forces. They're going to trade out efficiently. They've got the utility. They've got all 5, but they have to deal with Axial, and Intas is rotated over as well. So Gambit, they found this one out.
Yeah. It's going to come down to their utility and the next headshot. Zephyr is the spearhead of the assault.
No molly on Axial.
He's still in quad, unchecked. All that util redundant.
Nafany's
all
flashing.
their backs turned, and now with this steady aim, he can tap into them so easy. Floppy with some impact, he'd need a third. Intas is low. He's already landed the goosh. A 2-on-2, Floppy desperately trying to reposition. Holding the smoke push.
Oh!
Intas gets him. Alex has saved the day, though. And it's a double in quick succession. The fate plant draws them in. My lord, Intas, great shot.
Both pistols for Cloud9 on Vertigo here.
Good point.
Picked it up again. Now they need to defend against a force buy, and Gambit, of course, are buying on in. Axial from that position. It feels like on this map, at both bomb sites, you have a position where you cannot be flushed out. Or you can, but you need a lot of utility to do so. Sandbag over towards A, and that girder position over towards B. Just so hard to clear all your corners. So many places to check, so many places to smoke off. But an important round for Cloud9 if they want to come back. Now this one even more so. Early molly onto Nafany.
Those second round forces, these Deagles, the UMP, they can all ruin the party. Jack the Orcs. Stop blasting their own tunes.
Looking just under the smoke here is Shiro. So now he's kind of stuck on a bit of an island.
Yeah, Zephyr will be prepared for this.
It's a hard jump up though.
If you use the ramp, get that elevated position, and oh, the execution. A nade and Deagle combined for a perfect opening frag. Gambit refined the CT maneuvers into an art form. A T-smoke in front of Crane, that's interesting.
It's going to force the CTs a bit wider here.
Look how wide they're going. If only you had a short swing. If only you had pressure from short.
Have to stay going on right now, Cloud9.
They're so potentially ruined here. They're not ready for it. They're lining up. Mezzy saves the day for one, but it's all disastrous. The Deagles find a double. Hobbit puts 2 in the grave. It's only Floppy. And to find 3 seems like too tall of a task.
You can get the bomb. You can get on out. 40 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't need to stick around so much, but already finding 1. They're going to double swing. No bullets. Axel there for the triple peak. He'll take an AK, but it's the round that's the most important part. I have to point fingers as well towards their opening Gambit. Shiro, when short is smoked, he pushes up into the off angle. Nade from Nafany.
Combo was nice.
It's just flawless. And it's so unlikely that Shiro's not going to hit 1 Deagle bullet.
Yeah, that was perfect, right? If you're going to facilitate a peek into an angle where you feel like you have a disadvantage, do it with some utility or do it with some form of
Because there's a smoke there, you know? You're taking damage. You may just assume that that's all that's coming. Yeah, great stuff, exploiting the tendencies of Cloud9.
Well, they need to bounce back here, Cloud9. They cannot allow Gambit to push them over this early. Nafany doing his best Alex version over towards A ramp with an MP9, and they've just left him. So as soon as they establish control like that and Cloud9 don't drop a deep smoke, you can see what that does. So many players towards middle.
And it should come easy. Alex so damn low as well. Floppy fell.
Good trades. See that bait and switch setup again. I love Gambit CT setups.
Yeah, just like Overpass. Constantly moving, constantly hearing these sound cues, nades pulled. Nafany, yeah, he's actually willing to take that fight.
Gets given the M4, so that's quite a nice upgrade from an MP9. What are Cloud9 going to do here? Because they're currently strung out. Alex with B lobby control is nice, and A ramp control is even better. But Shiro's now looking to take a bit of territory back. The fight's coming your way.
Oh, they both line up for him. S-Attack has completely rocked the boat. 40 seconds, Cloud9 don't get flustered. Bombs on their back, and S-Attack goes looking. Loudly descending the ramp, they have B, but it's so short-lived. Now what do you do? It's just in a matter of seconds, gone from looking so promising to once again running into the stack. The line so strong. Axel's got the angle necessary. A hero deagle, but it's just not enough. And there's the recovery. Gambit post 12.
Wow, it felt like S-Attack had helped to destabilize that round, but Alex trying to do a little bit too much there. You can see what he wants to do. He wants to cut off the rotations, right? But he's run all the way in. All the space that he did have was given up, taken back from Axiel, and then simple as you like. But a good double there from S-Attack. They're keeping the economy honest, but they won't be able to do the same going into round 19, where they will need to take an eco. And we did come into this saying that Vertigo, extremely unlikely that Cloud9 pick it up, considering Gambit's win-loss. Run boost, Floppy. Absolutely dismantled mid-air. So Axiel ready for every little trick in the book.
Yep, of course.
The run boost looks good when you land it, but at the same time, when you get killed mid-air before you've even landed, you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of rough.
Yeah, if they killed Shiro, you might be able to get a bomb plant. I don't think he's got a... Oh, perfect nade. He's not going to bend the knee. But yeah, the run boost holding it, I think... if anyone is the solo B player, maybe take a couple of look at Axel demos, because A, his quad bait on pistol round, super insightful, because you know there's probably not going to be utility to do their diligence clears. On top of that, checking for the boost spot when he knows they're up against Deagles or something a bit more funny. You know, his hyper-awareness of the economy.
Takes the cheese out of it, right?
Influencing his decision-making as to how he positions himself. But like, look at this. Look what Axel's holding. He just has to look at this for the first 10 seconds of the round. It's no sweat off his brow.
Yeah, that early molly means he doesn't have to focus.
Like
skeet shooting right there.
Yeah, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, I think there's a map if you guys out there want to go and play it. I think it's called like AWP Skeet something. Like, it's a crazy fun map.
What do? They basically fire terrorists into the air?
Yeah, so the CTs get to spawn in like a little hut with AWPs, and the Ts, they have like knives, I think, and they get flung out of this thing, and then like you fly towards the CT, and if you knife him, you can win the round.
That's fun. Right? Okay, so you have to pluck him out of the air.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun like this. So I don't think I haven't seen a community server with it up. Maybe we can get one going.
Where are the Death Run servers at? I saw the...
They're there.
They are?
Yeah, you just have to search the deepest, darkest parts of that scroll thing.
I just need to find one with the auto hop feature, because it's a distinct disadvantage when you aren't a sick KZ star and everyone else is. Regardless, we are ready for our 20th round. Vertigo. Not this time, Exile. Now he fancies his chances with a bit of aggression. This spells trouble for Cloud9. But Zeppa, he's alert. And he responds with a brutal first frag. But previously, these advantages have been short-lived for Cloud9, so they're going to have to prove to themselves as well as us that they can handle what the... Oh, guys!
So much damage.
That was a perfect incendiary. He actually forces a smoke out of them. Axel's pushing B. Shiro deals with Mezzi. Catches one on the cross-in. Inters provides as well. If S-Attack goes down, Hobbit has created space. And Alex dreaming of a plant. Dreaming of it. Smoke to enable his escape. Flashes are high, flank is on its way. Alex trying to slip the net. He's done so. Axel onto Floppy here. It's a clean frag, which means it's all onto Alex to clutch up. He knows where they are, knows where both of them are, but a shot onto Shiro! And Hope's starting to come together. Needs to disappear through the smoke just in the nick of time. He's gotten away. Alex can clutch up here. Lines up for the spray, trying to deny. There's no time left for Axel. A 1v3 from the leader. Even finds the headshot. And 8 is delivered for Cloud9. Make it 7, excuse me.
Much needed impact right there.
My God, let me see this one again. So they swing into the site. All the shots are hit. Inters, Shiro, both finding them on the initial swing. Hobbit even provides a second. It's Alex's clutch up. And this second shot changes it all. Baits it, going towards short, and Shiro missing his opening bullet. Oh, lovely stuff. Alex has given Cloud9 a chance.
Yeah, that is very, very needed here for Cloud9. Look, everybody in this server goes down and around like that, so they will need to discuss their buys. Cloud9 take a timeout just to talk this one through, but we can run you through the scores on the doors. There 22 kills so far for Hobbit. We got 20 for Shiro. On the other side, the top performers, 20 for Floppy. He's been having a bit of a game, and 14 for Zeppa. Alex with some impact now. Maybe he could start warming into things as Gambit Burgess on in with a full buy. Famus, M4, 2 Deagles and an MP9. No defuse kit invested. Cloud9, their buy not great either. 2 AK-47s, 2 Galils, and an MP9 for Mezzi. Every round's going to be an uphill struggle for Cloud9. Setting themselves up in a default spread. Floppy leading the charge through middle. There's a pack behind him. Esatag here with the bomb. And Alex ready to flash, so as they round the corner, the flash will pop. They'll be able to clear, but Hobbit, well, maybe this is the new Hobbit hole. We don't have Cobble anymore. He's tucked in towards the sandbag. Flashed off the line, will keep his head down. Hard angle to clear. Lots of players around middle. He's thrust forward.
Yo, Hobbit, why are you so scary? Threatening presence in middle. And that is one of the 2 rifles in play.
The dunk nade on the head of Esatag. You're not going to be happy with that, are you?
Not at all.
Oh, he has to operate on 51 HP with that AK-47. Now they go back towards A.
Oh, these are the rounds Cloud9 have had issues with in the past.
The Cloud9 Classic, I think.
This is the Cloud9 Classic. It's distinct advantage. Either don't use all the time you have or don't do your diligent clears.
He's jumping up.
Bang, bang.
There's the lack of diligent clear.
And Exile enables him first. That does force a very, very quick rotate, though. There's 3 CTs on the wrong side of the map.
They need to be quick on A right now.
They do. And for some reason, I have a sneaking suspicion they're not going to be fast enough.
33 seconds.
Taking their time. CT's already starting to work it out. They're solving the riddle. Shiro's already up short. Nafany on the boost box passive. This is his chance, and Zeppa provides. Can't adjust in time. Nafany finds them both. And Cloud9's hopes and dreams now starting to dissolve. Floppy's fallen. It's all onto Mezzi. And it looks as easy as that. Dink down, 3 to find. There's just no way, no hope. 14 for Gambit.
Huge by Nafany. What did he get there? Just 2 kills and 2
good for the double every time.
Put the crosshair in fire. Robs one back from Cloud9, 14-7. Money back in the bin, and this should be the game. There's not enough money for Cloud9 to invest in with anything threatening here. Might just be one of these Tech 9 or P250 fast rounds, but Nafany's highlights again. This one here on Esatag, that sealed the deal. Zeppa has to go for the trade. The rest of the Cloud9 members a little bit too far away. Nafany getting the assist there, and even the one on the final kill for Mezzi. So great round from Nafany. And that, like I said, we can probably start changing her over to Dust too. I know we have to wait for the official scoreline to hit, but just such a tall task. This isn't like Overpass, where it was a clean sheet from Cloud9, right? To come back into things. Once again, they get the pistol. Once again, they lose the force buy. Been on the receiving end of a bit of a shellacking here today. They have forced in all the pennies into the middle of the table. Pistols are out, utilities there as well. Where do they want to end this one? A quicker approach. We haven't seen too many just all-out rushes, scrimmy maneuvers so far. Feels like we won't be getting that again. Cloud9 will be taking this one slow, just the jump peaks, the shift keys, the spread of the players. That's all the indication I need. And a bit of a flub nade there from Shiro.
Well, that's all I need to see. Cloud9 win the round.
That's the game.
Yep.
All right, thank you, everybody. 16-14.
Yeah, thrown by the... Just like the HE.
Literally thrown.
This round has been thrown. They're going to boost, though, so don't know if Hobbit really is going to be...
Naded.
Oh, that would be cool.
It might be a little bit too far to the left. Oh, he's run into it.
Ooh.
Not so much damage. Only 78, so the idea was nice. Just a PSA while we wait for these smokes to be spammed through. In middle, where they were on the girders, for everybody's playing at home, when you're on Vertigo, do not boost on the big fat box in front of you, because that's going to give the CT the advantage because your head peeks up and he just lops it off. Go on those back things, boost up there, you get the same line of sight, many different angles to pick from.
Yes! Stack nades from Cloud9 have given them a way in. Hobbit and Shiro to be tested, and that is a perfectly timed incendiary. No swing from Crane from Esatag.
Double smokes are in. They're playing in front of them here.
Yeah, Hobbit can play spoiler from short. That's about it. He's burning. They'll hear that. And Shiro's found a nice little off angle jiggled by Zeppa. Good gaming. Alex vulnerable, does get his util down in time. A second smoke to play around. Here's the flank, and it's already very impactful. Hobbit, look at his awareness. One of the best players in Gambit, and he nearly transfers into another, finally silenced. They issue the gag order, but damage done, because now his teammates are on the site. They got space. A great frag. Just one to find. Inter's over the smoke, and he's looking for both. He's already found a 1v1. He doesn't have a kit, though.
He's going to sit it.
He doesn't have a kit.
I think he's going to sit it.
He knocked him off. Chill your beans now. Floppy panicking.
Oh, no.
And a 10-second defuse.
He doesn't have a kit?
No kit, no hope. Okay, Cloud9.
That was so awkward.
it's a Cloud9 special. The round has to feel like you've lost, even when you win.
I can't believe that Inter's attempted sticking that as well. He was on that for like 2 seconds before he gets spammed. It was like, oh, okay, I guess we'll fight.
And like, you can't fault Floppy. It feels a bit silly with the hindsight, but what's happened there is he's had sound of connection in the smoke. He knows his bullets hit him. He starts hunting because he's convinced maybe it's a janky defuse. He goes down. Had there been a kit, that's a very awkward 15th conceded.
Awkward round altogether, isn't it?
It is. I mean, Hobbit's a genius, honestly. Like, you know, just because he's such a soft-spoken and kind soul doesn't mean he's any less of a beast when you see him in the server.
Okay, well, Cloud9 lost one of these buys 2 rounds ago. They get another crack at it. Gambit are being kind to them here.
Oh, Axile. Oh, Axile. That is murder. That is illegal.
Oh, Axile.
Just decides he's done with it. Not interested. I'm going to use my UMP to completely shatter your rifle buy. They're still trying to find him. He's long gone. Oh, disaster strikes for Cloud9.
He's even just taken the deagle here. He's done enough. Gives the UMP to somebody else.
Mission complete.
I've made my money. It's your turn now.
That's what every time your B player dies early, that's what he thought he was about to do.
Guys, trust me.
No, I've got the time. I want to mantle up.
Jump up, and I'm going to kill 3 of them.
3 B stairs. I think they're pushing.
It's going to be perfect.
I think they're pushing.
Guys, they're in B.
There's a smoke on B.
They're planning. They could be in C2.
Say who's. Instead, we get to watch as a 2v5 shapes up.
Very unlikely.
Nah, they'll give it a good go. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible state of affairs.
4 players in front of them. 1
being
player
pushed by
behind them.
Axile. There they go. He'd need to find the hero transfer into 4 different players from 4 different angles. It's just not to be. But Axile single-handedly confirms the 15th for Gambit, and Cloud9 are in the doldrums of economic despair.
Yes. Well, I ruled them out of the last round, and then they won it.
What floor are we on again?
The 52nd.
52nd floor, and Axile does put the pedal to the metal for 3 big frags. Make it a 4th to finish off the job as well. Puts himself on 20 and a wipe of his nose to celebrate the success. Armor, Tech9s, a couple of nades, Cloud9. Last chance saloon. Dust 2 feels like a necessity here to separate these 2 teams. It's a great heroic performance from Cloud9 on overpass. Here on mid, they've gone for a double off-angle setup and found Floppy's hunt.
Just going to get whittled away here.
Oh, if they were to find a second quickly, that's a big if, because, yeah, he's already managed to get away. Shiro, good moves from him. Great moves, quick response. Like, they're never going to get caught out. He knows what the fallback option, he knows what plan B is, knows what plan C is.
Oh, they made space up short here.
Coming up short. One Way does deny Zeppa's contributions, but he's able to mantle up.
Oh!
A chance presented itself for Alex, but now all onto one man. Another Brit with a Tech9 and a 1 Way to stare at. No fun.
This would be some clutch. 54 seconds, bomb on his back. Worried about the flank here. Might slip away just before he gets peaked. This is all down to timing. 3, 2, 1. Oh, could have just been spotted. I think Axile did see him.
He's kind of trying to double back here, but Axile's too fast. There it is. Lovely stuff from Gambit. Another day in the office for the CIS squad. We'll have to separate Cloud9 and Gambit on Dust 2. Desk is up next, though.